Hey, welcome back guys. In this video, I will show you how to create a quiz project using jQuery, HTML and basic of CSS. Firstly, I will start with a demonstration, of a project which is in working, and then we'll start with the development and get our hands dirty. So basically, this will be the part one, and we will be doing only HTML part. We are not going to start with jQuery. We'll create a static page, just a HTML page, and in a part two, we will, see what things to be done. But in this video, we'll basically create a design and that's all. So firstly, this is the project which is in working, and this is how it looks. So this is basically a question, and on clicking on a correct answer like one, if I'll click and if I submit this, the background will get changed, and it from from black it will show you green if answer is correct. Okay, if answer is correct it will show green, and for resubmission, the radio button will get disabled. Log, you cannot choose any other radio button, and it will show you the answer which you have chosen and the answer which is correct. If I'll click on next now, it will it will ask for another question, spelling of two. If I don't click anything and if I'll click on submit, it will show you please select choice. It will throw an validation to choose any of these choices. And if I'll click OK, and if I'll click any other, any wrong answer, if I'll click on, and if I submit this, the background like this border color will change into a red, and the answer which we have selected, and the correct answer basically. So if I'll click next, next, and then if I'll click on 3, yeah, it will be green, then next, and if I'll click this one, it will be red. If I'll click on next, so basically this is the last question, and if I'll click on next now, it will show you thank you for your response. I'll close this right now and we will start with HTML part. Close this. I'll close this as well. I'll go here, and okay, I guess I have created one file which is this one, jQuery and Java. Yep. I will create another file here which will be quiz jQuery. Okay, I will go inside this folder and I'll click on open with code. Okay, so our folder got loaded here. I'll click on this and I'll give it as index.html. Okay, first, and yeah, so this was the shortcut. Basically, you have to click on exclamation mark and you have to enter it. So the HTML template will be generated here. So yeah, so after this, once we have done with this, we will start with the CSS part. We will write a CSS part here. Quiz, I'll write. Yeah, after this quiz, we'll write one style. Okay, there will be one class div center position be fixed, top 50%, left 50%, and width will be 50%. Background color will be You can add any color, like with the one which I'm using have this, code, color code. Then this border will be black 5px and solid. After this there will be transform translate minus 50%, minus 50%. Okay, then after this there will be another padding of 5 to 5px only, yeah. And after this we will be writing another class which is head center text align, it would be center. After this there will be another class which is align btn b float right. Okay, so I guess we are done with the CSS for now. We have to add a bootstrap link here. What you can do is you can go to the Chrome. Then after this you have to search for bootstrap 5 and you have to open this. Just copy this and you have to paste it here. Okay, after doing this you have to start with another like body. You have to create a div. Okay, after this create one id, yeah, div id would be quiz question 1 and we will give it as a class which is div center. Okay, after this you have to give another h1 tag which will have a class of head center, and after this we have to give it as quiz. The heading will be quiz, and after this we will be giving one p tag, and inside this p tag you have to write spelling of 1. Once you're done with this, add another div, and inside this div we have to write input type, sorry, radio. We have to give it an id of a radio button. The id will be choice question answer 1, name will be quiz question name, and value will be 1. Write one label for. The for will be basically this id. You have to copy this and paste it here. After this you have to write here as well 1, the way you have written 1, yeah. After this you have to write br tag. Okay, same way, just copy this and paste it here and here also. Change this one, change this as 3, give it as a 2. This will also be 2. This will be 3, and this one also be 3. You don't have to change the this name of an radio button, because this is, basically you can call it a group. So anything you choose, it will select this, then after it will select this. Once you are selecting this will deselect this, I mean. And after this we will be writing another div, and for this div we will give a class as align button, and we have to write one button, and we have to give it an id. I will give as previous button, and this will be disabled, basically because this is the first page, so you don't have to show the previous button, because anyhow it is a first page, and what user will do when clicking on previous, because this is the first page and user won't go uh, any page before the first page. So basically this will be disabled. Okay, so after this we have to write another button which will have an ID of submit. This will be the submit button, which basically check the submitted value. And after this we have another button which is next button. Okay, and that's it. Let's save it, and let's check open with live server. Okay, so this is how it looks right now, and to be very honest, it is looking good. I mean, let's inspect this and let's check, the CSS which we have written. Okay, so let's go to the body. Let's click on this. If you see this, we have written this div center, and if you go to the left, I mean to the right side, there is this position fixed. It is selected. If you click and if you uncheck this, you'll see the difference. Why it is written. So if we uncheck this, you can see there is a design error. Okay, let's click again, and if I'll click top 50, it will go up. you know if I click on this, it will go to the left side. So basically this uh, because of this top 50 and left 50, it is the page got pushed from the top and from the left side to the 50-50 percentage. Okay, there is this width. If I'll click here, you can see it is how this is how it looks, because it will take the maximum size. Okay, so anyhow we have given 50 percentage, so anyhow it will take 50%, even though the question, or maybe the question which is more, which is going more than 50%, still it will take 50%, then it will throw, it will break that sentence and it will throw into another line. So that is how it will work. And see, if you see this background color is there, if I'll click on this, there is no background color. If I'll click on border, the border will be gone. Same way, if I'll click on this transform, you know the page is here. So basically we have written to keep this div to the center of the page. Okay, after this we have written another one which is for this, for for the heading tag, and we have given it as a class head center. If I'll go here, head center, yeah, here it is. If I'll uncheck, you can see it is on the left side of a container. And after this there is last one which is for the button, I guess. Yeah, is this one. Yeah, so this align btn, if I'll uncheck this, you can see this, the button got populated on the left side of the container. So this is how it is, and this was the main design part. And after this, we will jump to the jQuery. We will do some coding part. You'll see how you can get this, this question, this choices data dynamically from an array to get the data and show it on a page. And that's how we will do validations and all. You'll learn, I mean, as a beginner, you'll learn a lot from this project, like logically, syntactically, you'll learn a lot from this project. So I'll recommend you to watch part 2 also, because it will give you better understanding of not only design but a logical and functional part of this project. So that is it for today. I'll be back with the part 2 of this quiz where we will do jQuery and stuff. So that is it for today, and thank you guys. Bye. Welcome back guys to the part 2 of quiz project. In this video we will create an array, getting the data from an array and showing it to the page. Then we will create a pagination and thank you message on the last page, and maybe we'll try to do a validation as well. So without further ado, we will start the video. Okay, so first thing first, we have, I'll run this project. So what we have done is we have hard coded the value here. So what we have to do, we have to create an array of an key value pair, and after that we have to get that data from an array and we have to show it here, like here. And on clicking on next button, the second question will come, and then on clicking on next button, the third question will come, and things like that. So for now I'll open this Visual Studio, and firstly we will add the script, the jQuery script API library. We have to add jQuery. You have to open this. Okay, after this you have to go to the download, sorry, you have to go to the API document. Okay, after this go to the previous version, which is this one, and after this click on release node. We have to pick up this min.js, copy this, and script, this will be src. You have to paste it here. After this we have to write jQuery code. We'll create one variable, we'll give it a name as HTML quiz double quotes, and after this we have to create one array which will be questions is equal to square bracket. Okay, and inside this we have to add questions. So I'll add this question, and this will be in double quotes, and it will be spelling of one question mark. We will be adding another key, choices. This will be double quotes, one double quotes, TWO2 and THREE3, and this will be comma and comma, and after this will be correct, which will be first one. So the first question is, this first choice is right, so we have to give it as 1. After this we have to add another question. So I'll just copy this and paste it here, and we will give it a name as 2, and this will be 2. We can add another option as well, which will be TO2. Same way we have to copy this much, we have to paste it here, and we have to give it a 3. This will be 3. Okay, just save it, and After this there will be document ready. So this function basically runs when your page get loaded. Okay, so the first function to be run when page get loaded. Okay, so document dot ready function, and after this we can write this console dot log. We can get this questions in this and just save it. Okay, so when we run this quiz and when we check the console, you can see this the 3 array is present here. We have write this, and the 3 array which we have created, this spelling of one, all these things are here. So after this what we have to do is, we have got the array data on the page load. Right now we have to we have to bind that data here. Okay, so what we are going to do is we have to write one for loop. This will be the for loop, and we have to give this as a question index. Okay, this will be our question index which will have a 0 value. Okay, after this, so why I've wrote this 0, because the array, the index of array starts starts from, it starts from 0 and so on so forth, is it goes from 0 to 1 2 3 and like that. So I have given the question index as 0, and after this we have to give this question index should be less than uh, you know length of this dot length. Okay, and after this we have to question index will get plus plus, and after this we have to bind the HTML, the variable which we have created here. So we'll get this variable, you know we have to append the values. So okay, this was the these are the things which we have to append here. So what I'll do is, after this also I'll create one div id quiz question HTML. Okay, and after this what we have to do is, we have write this HTML, we have to append this one. Just copy this and paste it here. Okay, after pasting it here we have to give it as single quotes. Everything will be under single quotes. Okay, after this we have to write another one. Okay, we have to append double quotes, we have to append this one h1 tag here. Okay, same again we have to give it as single quotes, single quotes. Okay, and after this we will be giving the question in a p tag, HTML quiz append double quotes, this div tag we have to close. Okay, so one HTML quiz, and we have to close the div tag. Okay, once it is done we have to come outside of this loop, and we have to append this thing, our HTML into this one dot append, and this will be our HTML, and that is it. And after this what we can do is, as of for now we can comment out this one. Okay, and after this what we can do is we can save it, we can check you know if our data is showing. you can see the thing which we have added, spelling of one, it is showing here. But for now what we have to do is we have to show the questions which are coming from here. Okay, so what we can do right now is, firstly we will start off with this one. We have to give a double quotes and concat. We have to write this as an index plus 1. So what happens is div id should be unique and id should be unique. So what happens is, whenever you can't give it an 0, so what I'm doing is 0 plus 1, so it will create the uniqueness whenever it gets into the loop. Okay, so it will create a uniqueness to your div, and after this what you have to do is, for here you have to uh, double quotes concat your array, your index, okay, and dot question. Okay, if I'll save this and we check it, you can see this. So okay, you can see this, it is showing, but it is showing the last one, this last question it is showing. So what we have to do right now is, we have to check. Okay, we have to write one if condition to check if your index is equal to 0. Then what happen is, it will run this code. Okay, else then also it will run this code only. But what happens is, for this your style will be display none. Okay, so now if I'll save this and if you see, the first question is visible, you can see, and after this what we have to do is, we have to show the choices. After this we are showing the choices. As you've seen in the part 1, we have to show the choices, which is this one. But what you can see here is, if you go to the console, there is an array which have you know uh, three set of datas. Okay, and inside the first set of data there is another array for choices, which is this 3. Okay, same way for second data there are another choices which have 4 for another set of choices. So it is like that. So what we have to do is, we have shown this first question. Right now if we want to show the choices, we have to you have to create another loop. you know you have to create another loop which is for choices. Okay, so this will be another loop, for loop choice index, which again will start from 0. Okay, and the choice index will check if it shouldn't be greater than questions, like the array of question, and should not be greater than, and should be in the index. And after this you have to go inside this with choices and the length of it. So what happens is, when your question index is on 0, it will go inside this one, and after this it will take the choices and it will check the length. So for example, the length is 3 right now, so it will check, and it should not be greater than the length of the choices of current index. Okay, current index like question index. And after this we will be writing choices index plus plus. Okay, once we have written this, we have to write HTML quiz again for, okay, we have to write it for this one. Okay, I'll copy this, will paste it here. Okay, same way I'll create another one, and I will paste this label. Okay, I'll paste this label here. Okay, now what we have to do is, we have copied this, we have pasted here. Now we are going to create the uniqueness of each. I mean, for each input we have to create uniqueness. Okay, so what we can do is, firstly we can do this like getting the data in single quotes. Okay, not in a double quotes, but just in a single quotes. Once we get the data in single quotes, get all the data in single quotes, this one also and this one also. Okay, after this what we have to do is, we have to give a double quotes. Okay, inside this will be this and question index plus 1, and after in between this we have to write hyphen double quotes. Okay, and in this bracket it will be choice index plus 1. Once it is done, for name also, for name also we have to create a uniqueness, right? So double quotes question index plus 1. Okay, so basically guys, I mean, I will recommend you to watch HTML and CSS more, so you'll get familiar with the things, so which I am typing right now. Okay, so after this I've written double quotes, this will be your array. So basically we are getting the choices. Okay, so question index, okay, dot choices. Okay, and after that choices index. So basically it will get into the first one, which is when your question index will be 0. Okay, it will get into this, then it will get into the choices, then it will get into the first, I mean, which is have an index of 0. You can see it, the index of 0. So it will map this one, then this one, then this one. That's why we are writing uh, array, then index 0, same way the choices of that, then 0, then 1. Same way the when it will change to 1, it will be 0, then 1, 2. Same way it will be 2, then it will be 0, 1, 2. So it is like that. So that's how we'll get the data from an array for the choices. Okay, once this is done, the another one will be for label. Same way what we have written here, for we have to just copy this and we have to basically paste it here. Same way what we have done, double quotes, we have to copy this one. Okay, we have to copy this one and we have to paste it in between this. Okay, between your plus plus concatenation. Okay, I can save it, and same way I have to copy this one, paste this here. Also, I guess I have missed out something. We have to open one div here. We have to open one div, and we will be closing same div. After this we have to close one div here. Okay, same way we have to close one div here. So that is it. I will save it and we will see how it looks right now. So there is some bug, I guess. So what it is saying, choices console cannot read property of undefined. Okay, we have you can see this, we have written this as question index. What we have to do is we have to give it this and also here also we have to give this. Let's see. Okay, you can see now this is how it is looking, because what we have done is you can see we have given this this one here but not this one. So basically we have to increment the choice index, not this one, because anyhow it is getting incremented here. So that was the thing which we missed out. Guys, when you are copy pasting or doing stuff, just be aware. Once this is done, we have to give this button also. So what I'll do is, after this we have to write another HTML quiz. We have to write it for button. Okay, this one, double quotes. Just make sure close it here, because it will be closing here and then we will be starting our button thing. Okay, so I'll copy this one for now, paste it in between, get the thing, copy this, Control Z, paste it here in a single quotes. Same way you have to copy this, you have to paste it here in a single quotes. Okay, after this same way we have to go, copy this, paste it here. This one was for submit and last one will be for next button. Okay, copy this, paste it here, and this will be in single quotes as well. Okay, once you are done with this, we will be closing the div tag, which is for this one and one is for this one. Same way, just do this, guys, copy this and paste all this thing here. Okay, inside this loop, this for loop. Once you are done with that, there is some issue. What we can do is we can create one class as a btn dot btn hyphen padding. Get a padding of 2px. Okay, we'll add this inside the class. We give it a class. Same way, just copy it and paste it here, save it. Same goes for this as well. Okay, this is how it looks. I guess there would be something we have missed out. Btn padding. I guess it is margin or what? I guess it is margin, not padding. Let's see now. Okay, this is how it looks and it is looking good. Right now what we have to do is, on clicking on next button, the page should be go on second question and things like that. Okay, so what we can do is, for now we have to create for next, on click is equal to on next btn click, and parameter we will write this. After this we have to give a data btn question number is equal to, we have to give question index, this one here. Okay, so that is it for this one. Now we will be writing one function. There will be another function. We will be writing function. uh, this will be click value. Okay, after this console dot log click value. Okay, this, and save it. This one's for this. Same way we have to write this also for next button of this else condition. Okay, inspect this, go to the console, clicking on the next, it is giving us the HTML like element of this button. If you inspect this, if you see, this is the same thing which we are getting in a console. Okay, so what we have to do is we have to get the data, this page number. Okay, we have to get this page number, and from this page number we have to hide and show the current page and the next page and things like that. I'll show you that. What I'm going to do is I'll write this where question page number, okay, is equal to parse int round bracket click value dot dataset. Okay, dataset dot, what was this? This was btn, right? We have to copy this, have to paste it here. Okay, and after this, same way you can write the console log and check if we are getting the current page number. Okay, the question page number. Okay, this, let's save it, go here, click on it, you can see we have got the number here, and which is in int format. Once this is done, what we have to do is we have to go here, we have to write this id, we have to get this id. Okay, we have to get this one, we can paste it here, and after this concat this page number, we have to hide it. Okay, save it. Same way, copy this, paste it here, and in this we have to give a round bracket plus 1, and we will show this. Okay, we will show this one. See, refreshing the page, clicking on next, you can see, now you can see the question second, which was this one. Okay, clicking on next, you can see the page third, I mean the question third. So we are done with next. Now we will check with the previous button. Same way what we have done here, we have to write same thing like this one, we have to write it here. I guess for the first page we don't need previous button, so what we can do is we can write it for the another pages, not for the first pages. First, the previous button of first page should be disabled. Okay, because there is no logic enabling it, because there would be no previous page to the first page. So this will be our page number, and on click we have to write on click is equal to single quotes on previous button click. Okay, you have to write this here as well. We have to create function for previous button, which will be function will be same click value, and after this same way you have to get the data here. Okay, getting this same way we will be, hiding this current page, but you have to show the previous page. For this one, we will be writing as -1. So the current page, like second page, minus like 2 minus 1 will be 1. So it will throw us on the first question. Okay. So refresh this, go to the next page. Okay, we haven't removed this one. So remove this as well. Okay, once you remove this, go here, click on next. Now you can see the previous button is visible. Click on previous button, you are back on the first question. Next, next, previous, previous. Okay, so this is done. So what happens when you click on the next button of last page? The thank you message should be visible. Okay, so what we can do for that is we have to go here. After if condition, we have to write this else if, and in this what we have to do is the length will be now plus 1. So what will happen is it will go till the last, till the last length, which will be 3. Okay, and on that, when it will match that last length, we have to show the thank you message. So what happens is we have to do this quiz index. If it is equal to question questions dot length, okay, then we have to show thank you message. Okay, so for this one we have to again write this HTML quiz plus equal to maybe div it will be id is equal to single quotes, same way get this id. Okay, and get the id and paste whole this thing here. So basically what you can do is just copy this and paste it here. Okay, so copying this and pasting it here. After this class, same way you have to write the class also. Class, this one also be display none. Copy this and paste it here. Okay, so this will be display none and it will be shown on the click of last question. Okay, this is done. Let's remove this. Again we have to write another h1 tag, h1 close h1 tag. Here we have to close div tag as well. Inside h1 tag we have to write thank you for your responses. Thank you for your response, and that is it. Let's save it and let's see if it is working fine or not. This is the first page. Clicking on next, second page, clicking on next, third page, clicking on next, it will show thank you for your response. So as you can see this, guys, we are done with the things like uh, getting the data from an array, creating an array, pagination, and then thank you response. The last thing which is pending, which is validation. So right now we'll start with the validation. Okay, so this is for the next button. Okay, so whenever user clicks on one of this, one of these choices, then only he has to go to the another question. Until and last he don't click it, he won't be able to get into another question. So this is how it is. Right now what we can do is just we have to go, we have to create one where this will be user clicked answer will be double quotes, input name is equal to single quotes. So this will be your name. Okay, this will be your name. And after getting this name, double quotes, the question page number. Okay, this one, checked and val. Okay, after this, once we are getting this, we have to write one if condition. If your user clicked answer is equal to undefined. When it is undefined, we have to show alert. It will say please select choices. Okay, this is done, and in inside else we will write this. Okay, let's see if it is working or not. Went here, clicking on next. So you can see this, it is saying please select choices. Okay, I'll select this one, I'll select this one, clicking on next will throw me onto the second page. I'll click on next. If I'll if I don't select any of the choices, it will say please select choices. If I'll click on second, it will show me to another page. Same way for the third one as well, selecting. Okay, okay, let's see for the previous button how it is working. Previous button, it is going to the previous one. So previous button, I guess it is working fine. There is no need to do things for previous button. It is working fine for now. Whenever you click on some of the options, then only uh, you will be able to go to the next page, or else you will be get alerted, I mean notified, to select the choices. Okay, so that is it, guys, for today, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you really did, please subscribe to my channel, and I'll be back with the part 3 of this series. Thank you, guys. Hey, welcome back, guys, to the part 3 of quiz project, and this will be the last video of this series. And what we will be doing in this video is we will be getting the user selected data and correct answer, and we will show it on post user submit. Like when user clicks on submit button, then only we will show that data onto the page. Also, we will be showing the change of border color. For an example, if the user select correct answer, the border color will be green, and if the answer is wrong, then the user will get red border color. Okay, so guys, before watching this video, I'll recommend you to watch part 1 and part 2, which will give you better idea of this video or this project. So I'll definitely recommend you to watch that first before watching this one. Okay, so without further ado, let's get started. So I'll quickly run this and let's see what we have done in part 2. So what we have done is clicking on submit button, it will say please select choices, and once I click it, then I would be able to go on to the next page. But what should happen here is when I click on this one, after clicking on submit button, then only I can click on next. Okay, so we have to write function for submit button as well. Once I click on submit button, this radio button should get disabled, and then only I can click on next button. So what I'm going to do is, firstly, what I'll do is I'll disable all the next and previous button here. Okay, let's go, and where it is, we are button, it is here, this previous button. I'll do it for, okay, let's save it, let's see. Okay, this is disabled. Same we have to do it for here and here. We have to write one function, click event on submit btn click. Same way we have to write this here also and add this one here. Okay, let's save it. And now we will be writing a function for submit. Okay, function, this function we have to write it here. Okay, same way click value. And also when you have written this one here, just add it into the else condition as well. This is our else condition, we have to add this here also. Okay, save it and go to the function which we were creating. We have to write where be question page number. I guess we can use this code here, this one we can use it here. Okay, same way you can use this one also, which we have used, wrote this code on part 2. So use this to code here, and after this we have to use this double quotes input name is equal to this whole thing. Just copy this, paste it here, dot attribute double quotes disabled and disabled. So why we have written this, I'll save it and I'll show you why we have written this. Once I click on this, if I click on submit, you can see the radio button is disabled now. Okay, so that is the code for disabling the radio button post clicking on submit button. Okay, now we are done with this. What we have to do is once I click on submit, then only I'll able to see the next button. Okay, so I'll do that right now. Let's give one if condition, or it will be user clicked answer when it is undefined. Okay, when it is not selected, the same way which we have written here, we have to write it here. Okay, when it is undefined, we have to show alert please select choices. Okay, save it. Let's see if I'll click on submit. Okay, it is showing please select choices. Once I click on this, but it is disabling also. Okay, yeah, looking fine, I mean it is working fine. And we have to disable it in this one else condition. Okay, we have to disable it this inside this. Okay, and now we'll see it saving. We are able to select, but before this when we wrote this in outside this else condition, it was anyhow disabling it. Even it was throwing please select choices error. Okay, validation. Yeah, so we have written this. Once clicking on submit, next button should be visible. Okay, what you can do is writing another code, double quotes hash, what is what is id of next button, it is nxt. button. Okay, I guess we have missed out something here, so we have to double quotes plus plus bracket, copy this, paste it here. Same way, we have to write it here, and same way we have to do it for previous button. I guess guys we will not need previous button. I'll show you why, but I'll save it right now. And here we have to concat outside this double quotes question page number dot prop double quotes disabled, it will be false. Save it. Let's check if it is working or not. Okay, validation working. Clicking on one, submit. You can see the next button is visible now. Clicking on next, throwing on to the next page. And also one more thing, I guess we won't be needing this condition. We won't be needing this also we won't need. Let's delete this one, because in part 2 we were doing the validation, just basic validation, but for the next button we won't be needing that much of code, so it is better to eliminate those code. Okay, now if I'll click on to submit, next, still working fine. Yeah, next, next. So guys, I don't think we will need previous button, because I'll tell you why. Because when you are clicking, when you are selecting one of those choices, and if you are submitting, on submit you will be able to see the correct answer. Okay, so there is no logic showing the correct answer, then showing the previous button, going to the previous page, then correcting the answer. So I'll basically eliminate previous button also. So I'll just remove the previous button. We won't be needing the previous button for now. So what I'll do is just I'll remove this previous button from here and from here as well. Okay, we have written code for this previous button. I'll remove that also. Let's save it. Let's check how it is working. Submit, next, submit, next. Clicking on submit, validation, okay, working. Next, okay. Oh, so it is working fine. So now next task will be showing the user selected answer and showing the correct answer. Okay, so what I'll do is, firstly I'll go here, and inside this I'll write one p tag. I'll close that p tag here. I'll give the id to this p tag, id. This will be our user answer. Okay, basically this will be user answer, and double quotes concat question index plus 1. Save it. Add another p tag here. Same way, I mean, just copy paste this p tag and paste it here after this finishing of this p tag. Okay, this will be correct answer. Let's save it. Same way, what you have written here, you have to copy this, you have to paste it inside the else condition. Okay, here you have to paste it here. Let's go and paste it here. I'll do the formatting for this. Format the document. Okay, this looks nice now. uh, Once you're done with that, we have to write the code inside this on submit click function. This else condition we have to use user. Firstly we have to create one variable. We have to give it as user answer HTML. This will be empty. Another variable will be for correct answer HTML double quotes. Save it. Now we have to go inside this else condition. You have to use this user answer HTML equal to double quotes span tag. Close this span tag. Okay. After this, inside span tag you have to write your answer and double quotes concat this with this user clicked answer, because anyhow we are getting the user clicked answer here. Okay, whatever user is clicking we will be getting that here. So what I'll do is I'll write the console dot log to show if we are getting the correct answer or not. Okay, so writing this here and save it, and for now save it. Let's see, clicking on this on a log, we are able to see the selected answer was 2. If you can see this, I'll run this again. 3, you can see the 3 got populated here, and after this clicking on 2, you can see that 2 is visible. So what we have to do is, we are done with this, we have to go here. We are appending this here. After this, save it. What you have to do is you have to go here and this will be basically your this one. Copy it and paste it here. Okay, after pasting it, question page number dot append, and this you have to append here. Now if you will see this, okay, 2, you can see your answer is 2. Now same way we have to do for correct answer. Okay, we have to do for correct answer. Now once we are done with this, same way we have to go and we have to write one variable where correct quiz answer index equal to questions question page number -1 dot correct -1. Okay, save it. Another one would be where correct answer equal to questions question page number -1 dot choices correct quiz answer index. Okay, let's save it. Now another one would be correct answer HTML. Same way, you can copy this here, just paste this one here and just replace this with correct correct answer, save it, and you have to replace this one also here. Okay, done with this. Just do one more thing. We have to like get this thing from here, ID. Okay, question page number dot append. Okay, and save it. Let's go and let's check if it is showing the correct answer or not. 2 if I'll select. Okay, there's some issue I guess. Let's go and let's check. 2 submitting to. Okay, there's one more thing. This thing happening. If I'll click submit again, so what you have to do for this one is just go here. Before submitting, you have to just use this one here, and you have to do text null. Okay, I mean empty. If you'll see now, 2, well, select this, well, select again, nothing will happen. Okay, I guess there's something issue happened with the correct answer. Let's see what it is. Let's go to the sources, where it is sources. Okay, let's open this in a Chrome. Okay, now if you will go to the sources, there's one error showing here, console. Okay, there's no error, I guess. Yeah. Okay, so you have to go to the sources tab. Okay, sources, and just do one thing. Copy this, paste it here. Let's see what is happening. Let's click on to submit. 1 minus 1. Yeah, it should be 0 because the page number is 1. The index should be 0. Clicking on should be 0. Yeah, it is working good. Next, the correct answer is 1. Yeah, we are getting the correct answer, but what is happening? Okay, we are getting this here as well. Okay, so you can see this, we have written double 2 times equal to, so you have to just remove this. So when you are copy pasting some stuff, this kind of thing happens, so just avoid this. Yeah, so saving it, just click on 2. Now you can see this correct answer. Your answer is 2, correct answer is this. Next, also for this one also, I guess there would be an issue submitting. If I submit this again, same thing happening for correct answer as well. So what you have to do is same way you have to do it for correct answer as well. Go here and write text. So basically what we are doing is we are just, when you are clicking on it, we are first of all we are doing this for ID, we are emptying the whole HTML thing, and then we are re-rendering the HTML into that ID. Okay, so this is how it is. And once you're done with this, and also I guess you might have some issue, or maybe you won't understand this code, so I'll try to understand this one first. So what happens is we have given the quiz index. Okay, we are getting the array here, we are getting the page number, which is 1 basically, but your index is 0. Okay, so your index is 0. So what you have to do is, for on the first page your index is 0, so what you have to do is 1 the page number which we are getting is 1. 1 minus 1 will be 0. So which from there we will get the first indexing array, and from that first indexing array what we are doing is correct answer minus 1, because what we have written correct answer as, okay, we have written correct answer is 1, which is this one, but the index of this array is 0. So what we have to do is the choice which we are getting, we have to minus it, so we will get better index. Okay, so the choices index is 0 for this one, because this would be 0 1 2. Okay, so the correct answer is 1. We have to minus it, the correct answer, like if we are getting 1, 1 minus 1 will be 0, so we will be getting the 0 indexed, uh, 0 index positioning array data. Okay, if you see this, the page is basically working. Okay, it is working fine, but one thing which we have to add is, once we submit this and if the answer is correct, we have to show the green border line, and if answer is wrong, we have to show red border line. So what we have to do is we have to go here, we have to add two classes. This will be correct answer, will be border RGB. This will be 0, 255 and 26, 26. So this is basically for green border line. Okay, this would be 5px, 5px solid and important. Same way we have to write for wrong answer also. Border RGB, first will be 245, 65, and this will be 0. 5px solid important. Save it. Once you're done with this, you have to go here in the submit button, and basically here also you have to write one if condition. If your user clicked answer is equal to correct answer, okay, then your this one quiz question page number, add class, this one. Okay, here, and same way in else we have to add class wrong answer. Just copy this and paste it here. Let's see if it is working fine or not. Okay, I'll click on one, submit. You can see the border line is green now. The correct answer, your answer is 1. Correct answer is 1. Clicking on next, click on 2, which is right answer again. Submitting it, yeah, it is showing the green border line. Clicking on next, so the spelling of 3. Let's click on wrong answer, which is TO. Let's submit. The the border line is red and everything is working fine. Last, the thank you response, it is you might face some issue while coding. So I'll recommend you to watch, every minute. Don't skip it. Watch every minute so you'll get better understanding what is happening and what is not. The video might be fast sometime, the video might be slow. I mean, sometime while I'm explaining it might be slow, and when I'm typing it would have been fast. Okay, so just watch it according to your convenience. We have wrote CSS, we have wrote HTML, we have wrote jQuery. It was all basic stuff, but it will give you a better understanding. So that is it from my end, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you really did, please subscribe and like to this video. And if there is any recommendation, suggestion, or anything you are stuck in, I'll recommend you to comment it out. I'll try to solve it as much as I can. So thank you, guys. Bye.